Hello! So today's little tutorial is on this look right here. It's kind of a little on the smoky side, a little on like the dark kind of like autumn colour side of things, which is what I really like, especially as we're coming to the end of September and going into October, which makes me really happy and excited. Yeah, remember to like, subscribe, check out my social medias down below. It would mean so much to me if you guys like checked out my TikTok and all that kind of stuff. A lot, so yeah, please do that. And I really hope you enjoy watching how I created this kind of look of some description. Anyway, yeah, let's just get into it. Pro Base, it's like a silicone-y kind of a primer. I use a lot of it because at the moment my skin's kind of going through a bit of a, I don't know how to describe it, but it doesn't entirely like me too much. I'm gonna put that everywhere. And although all this, by the way, new setup and everything, that's another story. But yeah, so I'm just gonna apply that everywhere, really kind of like push it in and everything like that. Next is I'm gonna put my foundation on. This is the Time Bomb foundation. It's foundation that I got introduced to when I was competing in Miss Junior New Zealand by a lovely company. If you're a New Zealander, you might know them. If you're not, I don't know if you will, but it was, goodness, we have to figure out who they are now. It's been so long. Basically, I got introduced to these guys through a page called Makeup Obsessors on Facebook. However, other people might know them. It was, I think it's like Beauty Baby or something. But I got introduced to this foundation through them. It's a pretty thick foundation, which is why I've still got some left on my hand in case I need it on my hand. Hopefully I won't. And then I'm just going to blend it out with this. It's pretty dirty, pretty gross. But it's the Makeup Revolution beauty blender, beauty sponge. I find that I used to get really annoyed with myself because I put so much foundation on and concealer on, and I blend and I blend and I blend and I'd layer so well and everything like that. And I try so hard to eliminate the texture of spots and stuff on my face. But as I've gotten older, I've learned that it doesn't work like that. You can't just eliminate texture in your face. It really doesn't work like that. So I kind of now just try and focus on like minimizing the look of them rather than eliminating them completely, because the only way you're going to eliminate them completely is by eliminating the actual problem. So yeah, I don't know. That's what I thought. I'm going to take some concealer. I decanted mine into a pot. Mine's the It Cosmetics by Under Eye, and it's really good. Nikki Tutorials made it really popular a few years ago, I think. And I got my hands on it when I could. So I'm going to take a bit of this. You really don't need a lot of it, like, at all. It's really potent. And honestly, like, drag some under my eyes a little bit. Like I said, you don't need a lot of this at all. It's really potent. And then I'm just going to go back in with this again and just like, just blend it out a bit, just like so. To make myself look a little less interesting and a little nicer, I guess you could say, I'm going to take this one here. This is the Primark Loose Mineral Foundation Powder. I use this because it's going to help me cover up any spots and stuff that I've got. That's, let's say, the foundation didn't necessarily cover, because I don't know, it could be too much, whatever. So I'm taking this on a Morphe brush and I'm going to start by like patting it in first and then like, I guess, sweeping it out and then really buff it in. I'm not going to get rid of that spot. I know I'm not going to get rid of that spot. I'm just going to hide that spot with my fringe because I know I'm not going to be able to hide it. It sucks. With this here, this is a really old powder. Whoops. It's a Sleek Professional Finishing Powder. I'm just going to pop a little bit down because you don't need a lot of this, and it's a little bit on the highlighting side as well, which is why I'm using it, because my under eyes, I'm not going to lie, looking pretty dark at the moment. And why they're looking pretty dark? Because I work in hospitality and I don't sleep. If you work in hospitality, you know what I mean. Hospitality and retail, you are not going to sleep. Oh no, sleep isn't a thing. No, you have coffee. And now what we're going to do is we are going to go in and contour. I'm going to use the Profusion contouring kit. I've had this again for a very long time. I'm going to use a bit of a precision kind of contouring brush first, bit of a precise one. I'm going to use a dark shade, like the top one, and just kind of stamp it on at first. It looks really odd because I'm stamping it. Once you stamp it, and then you kind of like blend it out and spin the brush the other way and buff it. And then once I've done that, I'm just going to get in with like a different brush here and just diffuse it a bit. I'm going to do my nose contour now. I do my nose contour a little bit on the odd side, I guess, because I've got an odd nose, I guess. Kind of, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, I take like a really odd brush like this and just going to go straight down there. Straight down there. It's not that I want to slenderize my nose, because I really don't care about that bit. It's just I want it to actually look like I have a nose bridge, which I kind of struggle with. I don't have, it's a bit flat on the bridge of it. And then I'm just gonna accentuate my crease because I've got a nose crease, which I kind of think is kind of cute. So yeah, and then pop whatever's left of it on the tip, like that. Go into my dimples a bit. She's cute. I think she's cute, and that's what matters, is if I think it's cute. A brush like this one here. I'm gonna use this Rachel Loves Pixie palette. Really like it. I only recently bought it and I use it a lot, so I'm gonna use the shade Clutch here, just a tiny bit on this brush, and just really boop, boop, boop this newt. And then yeah, so that's like all that done. I'm gonna use a bit of blush. This is the Stilo one. It's the custom colour blush in the shade Adjusting Pink, and I really like this one. Very, very nice, like easy going complimentary shade. It looks really bright in the pan, but you put it on and it's so buildable, and like I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, it's on top of the exercise. Bloody hell, that looks like a lot. It's not a lot, I promise you. But just like tap it on there. Just slowly tap it up and then sweep it, and do the same. And a bit whatever's left on my nose, because I think it's really cute. Yeah, I've done my eyebrows. I do them oddly. I don't always do them like this. I kind of switch it around how I do them, but that's just how I've done them today. They're a little bit circa 2016 brows, a little bit. However, I don't really care, if I'm being completely honest. They're brows. I think they suit me, so. However, what we are going to do though is go into the eyeballs. So, to start off with, I'm going to use a palette that I've not really used a lot. I only recently bought it. It's the Avani for the Bibs palette. It's Morphe. I'm using 2 Morphe palettes today because I love Morphe. And this is a really nice palette, like, let me tell you. Avani girl, you're never gonna see this, but you did good. You did good, kid. We're gonna take the shade I Cry, which is the orange, this one there, and I'm gonna pack that, not pack it, but wash it all over the lid. Just all over the lid. And it's gonna look a little odd, and that's okay. It's allowed to look a bit odd. And we're gonna kind of gradient it out a little bit. And we're going to use this brush here, and we're gonna use the shade Clown, which is like a reddy kind of a shade. It's like that. It's kind of like a burnty, orangey reddy. And pop that into the crease, but like the very center bit of the crease. So just here. Just the very, very, very center, and slowly drag it out to like the other sides of the eye, but mainly in the crease, the center of the crease. So just like right kind of there, like towards the arch of your brow. Take this brush here and use the shade Anthony, which is like a brown, and with the brown I'm gonna start diffusing it this side and start diffusing it out towards the tail of my eyebrow. So kind of pack it like we did with the red and then diffuse. Again, pack that bad boy on and diffuse. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the other Morphe palette that I've got with me, which is the Morphe Hey Girl Hey 25C. And we are going to go in and use that kind of reddy shade, but we're also gonna mix it with like this more cooler toned up the top. And why are you mixing cool tone with a warm tone? I don't know, because I can do, because makeup has no rules. Okay? And then we're going to take those two and pop that onto the outer corner and mix that into the Anthony shade. Or whatever it's called. Oh no, I think no, that one's Chunkin's Coffee, never mind. Mix it into Chunkin's Coffee, which was the shade that you just placed down. Once you've got it all kind of like that, take a big, really fat brush there and just start diffusing the edges out. Especially up towards the brow, like just diffuse those edges out. Like that. See? And then whatever you've got left on the brush, start kind of packing onto like the outer V. It's gonna be definitely more of like a smoky kind of an autumn look. Autumn, fall, depending on where you are in the world, but that's kind of what we're going for. And you're going to diffuse, blend and diffuse, so you get kind of like a cat eye, kind of a add a little bit of spice into this look. We're going to add the shade Beep Boop, which is a yellow, and I'm going to use it on a really small brush and take it kind of into the inner corner of the eye a little bit and just brighten it up. Now this isn't going to do a whole lot, it's only going to add like a tiny bit of like warmth and stuff to the eye, but honestly that's what you want. You don't want it to be like boom yellow. So well, that's not what I'm going for, so take a little bit of it, just a little bit like that. This shade here on my finger, it's like a cool metallic brown. Oh. Look at her. I've forgotten how creamy the Morphe metallic shades are. Honestly, they are so creamy and pigmented and just absolutely freaking stunning. And then I'm gonna go in with a different brush, just this brush here, and kind of diffuse and bring in the edges. So I'm going to take that clown shade, that red shade, and just bring it down a little bit, just to kind of blend everything in together a little bit, because otherwise it's going to look a little mix and match, which is not what I want. And I'm going to use that cool brown that we've been using on the outer corner, just to really rein kind of the outer corner in a little bit. I'm going to use the same brown, just the same shades, pop it on the lower lash line. Use the little itty bitty brush and smoke her out. Just like so. And then we're gonna pop some mascara on. You can add liner, you can add lashes to this if you want to. I'm not going to. I'm literally just gonna plop some mascara on because that's what I want to do. I don't want this to be like overly complicated. I just want it to be like an easy kind of a smoky, metallic-y, autumny, goodnessy eye that's dramatic and has the drama, but at the same time it's still pretty easy to blend. And that, pop a little tiny flick of highlight on there, just a flick. Retouch up that nose and down the bridge. And then for the lipstick, we could go like paler, but I think because this is already pretty dramatic, I think we should just keep the drama. This isn't a lip brush by any means, but I'll wash it. I'm actually gonna wait for this. I'm gonna go ahead first and use this red here. It's from Sleek. It's just, I think it's Russian roulette, sorry. And with this, I'm just gonna go into these outer corners. screw it, we're gonna use just the bullet, screw it, oh well. And then up the topsies. Don't copy my technique for the love of Nora. I shouldn't have done it that way, but we did. And then I'm going to go in with Plumeria from Anastasia Beverly Hills. In the center. And then thank you guys so much for watching how I got this look right here. Really enjoyed creating it, and I think I'm definitely gonna try and get back more into YouTube and stuff. I'm really excited, especially like, you know, we're getting later into 2021 now. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for, like, I don't know, just watching and being here. It's means a lot. And I'll hopefully see you on my next one. Bye!